everybody. I'm Amy.
And I'm Audria.
This is the right crowd, so grab a cup of coffee,
Or a cup of tea.
maybe a little something on the rocks, and let's get started. Oh my gosh, it's been forever.
It has been forever. We should probably say, we're back. Sure, you guys missed us. There was 6 billion other things to watch on TikTok and YouTube. You guys
And
were
all the things.
waiting and all the things.
So I think what we decided for this video is we're just going to do a little bit of a catch up. Let you guys know where we've been, what we've been doing, that kind of thing, before we just like jump in and pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
All right, I'll go first because mine is short. So I am currently at the tail end of my never-ending novella, and that's not the title of it. It's just feels like.
So it's not the never-ending, like the never-ending story?
Like the never-ending story. It's the never-ending novella. So I'm at the tail end of that, and actually I have decided that'll go out as a bonus item for the people who did my Kickstarter. But other than that, I will be splitting it up and reformatting it for a serial. So that's what I've been working on. That will be come out later this year. I'm also finishing up edits or restarting edits on my, I have to stop fidgeting. On my 3 books in my cozy series. The whole plan is to have a what do you call it, rapid release for those. That's supposed to be the way to go for it's one method for people who are just starting out to get eyes
Right.
and awareness about your books. So I have 3 books in various stages or states of being written or rewritten or edited. So those.
Wait, back up. You have only 3, or you have 3 that you're counting for right now for rapid release?
I'm only counting those 3.
Okay.
That are the closest to being done.
Okay. I just needed a little clarification.
Yeah, only counting those 3. So that's what I've been working on. This year I got to go to, as I said, I go not many years, a few years back when I started writing, that I wanted to go to the different mystery themed conferences and for authors. So this year I went to Trouble in Tucson, which is a left coast crime conference. So left coast crime, they do their things, of course, on the left coast. And this one was in Tucson, and they get a different title every time they move it around. And next year it'll be in Seattle. So I am planning to go back to that mostly because I like the Pacific Northwest in Seattle. But
I like Seattle.
Because that conference was a good one. So we'll probably have an episode where we talk about conferences again, and that'll come up and I'll give you some more details on that.
Yeah.
Also taking some classes to improve the craft, and we'll do some episodes on those. I'm taking 2 I've taken this year from Margie Lawson. I've taken 2 this year over 2023 from Dean Wesley Smith. And let's see, helping out my family with some things and traveling around. So that's been my year pretty much. What about you, Amy?
My year has been this. So the hubs and I have been building a house. And when I say building a house, we are building the house. So like we've done 95% of the work ourselves. I should say my husband has done 90% of the work by himself. 5% has been help from myself or his dad, who is 92 years old, and he is still out there doing it. Literally right now, him and my husband's brother are working on the work, getting my father-in-law's woodworking workshop, the walls putting up. Wow. Like literally they're out there right now. So if you hear ring, that's what it is. It's them right now drilling in the metal. So that has been my life this last year, living in this RV, which we have been in the RV for 2 years, and all of us, including the dogs, are over it. Yeah, because we started living in the RV when we were renovating the house.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep. So it's been long, and I would say from the recording of this video, we're probably 6 weeks away from being done. Yeah, we're literally that close. So that has taken up a lot of my time. And because we now are going to be absorbing into another mortgage, I got a job. So I've been doing that, and I work the graveyard shift, which someone who normally would go to bed at 9, going to work at 9 is a little different. And I have embraced it and I love it. I love working the graveyard shift. I know it's crazy. So I didn't do any conferences. I didn't really do any classes this year. I signed up for a couple, but then it just never happened because something would happen with the house or whatever. So I literally have felt like this whole year, like my real life, the life that I was living before we started this adventure, has been on hold. And starting in Q1, I'll be able to start taking the classes and going to the conferences and getting my writing going again. I have done a little writing, but nothing like you have done. Nothing like you have done. We did, one of the books that we will be reviewing later was about writing a cozy, and it prompted me into writing a cozy, of course, because that's what these books do that we read. They prompt us into writing things. So I did start a cozy, and that's what I'm focusing on right now, because that's the one I'm having the most fun with. My sci-fi adventure that I am also writing is at a standstill because I don't know how to go from the point that I'm at to the end point. And I just don't have the brain power at the moment to sit down and map it out. So it's stuck. So, but that's what I have been doing. I've not a lot of writing or voice work. But the new house, I will have a studio in my office, which I'm super excited about. I'll be able to get back to voiceovers. And these videos that we record will be in a soundproof room. And it's Audrey's favorite color, purple. Yes, my new recording studio is purple.
Oh.
3 walls are like a deep dark purple, and then the back wall is a lighter purple, because I wanted it to be kind of cozy-ish, like embrace you kind of like feel to it. And if I don't like it, I can add stuff to the walls. But for now, that's what it's going to be. So you're just going to have to get used to purple in the background. So I think that's really all to update. We haven't gotten any new dogs, even though as soon as we're in the house, we will be. Yeah, so I think that's it, because I really haven't done near anything that you've done this year. I've just been trying to build a house.
Well, that reminds me, I did get a new critter. I got Oliver, or Ollie, new kitty cat. He's supposed to be my lap cat, or my cat for up here in the studio where I write in the office. And he is here. He's over there on the couch. But anyway, Ollie is my new writing buddy, and he is a Devon Rex, and he's a rehome. So I got him from someone, a nurse who couldn't be a nurse. Well, she could be a nurse. She became a traveling nurse, and she was home so little that she wanted to find a home for her cat. And so that's how it came to us. So that is it. Do you want to talk about, so we're in the middle of fourth quarter of the year. Do you want to talk about and things and planners we use this year?
Oh yeah, I'm always up for talking about planners. So I want to tell you about my little mug I got.
Oh yes,
he is from Foxtail Coffee. It is a local coffee company, and they also have an ice cream person that has their ice cream in the same place, and you can get the scoop of ice cream with espresso poured over top of it. It's so good. So the last time we were there, I told Randy that we were going to start recording again. And he looked at the cup. He goes, I think you need a new cup for that. And I was like, okay. So this is my new cup. It's from Foxtail Coffee. And she's a
it is cute. It's super cute.
Do you want to talk about your planners first?
Yeah, we can go with mine first, because mine is not nearly as glamorous or fun as yours. And I'll probably switch over to the one you got. But this year I did, it has stickers on it, this kind of disc-based planner. So you will have seen these as Happy Planners uses discs. Tool, TUL, is a brand through Staples or Office Max that has disc-based planners. That's where I got this one. However, I got these fun metallic discs from Levenger, and I got this type of planner because it is so customizable. So, for example, the opening page in there. Does that look familiar? That it's Alice in Wonderland. That's from the planner that you gave me. So I took it out because it matched, and I put that in there. We're all mad here. That pretty much sums up my year this year. We're all mad here. And then it has, oops, sorry, it has the dates there and the tabs, which I like. I like tabs. And then it has a full spread month. This version has a full spread month, and this is 1 month I'm showing you there. And then on the days, I did like the days. Let's see if I can find one that has more stuff. Well, this was a month that I didn't have, or a week that I didn't have as much going on, but it has the days of the week. Sorry, wrong page. Days of the week there. And then I write in what my plans are. So I'll flip to one that has a little bit more. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
So there we have the days of the week, and then what I'm planning on doing for a workout or writing. I've been writing what my goal for writing was for that day, and then what I actually got done, and the scenes I needed to work on if I was planning on working on them for that day. So for example, this day in August, I was planning on working on my villain's motivation. And then on the other side is all the stuff to do. It has a place for that. And then I started making a done list up here. So stuff I got done. So I could feel good about something. Even if it
Now, are
wasn't.
you the kind of person that when you do something it's not on the list, you add it to the list so you can mark it off?
I feel seen. Yes.
Okay, no, I just want to make sure because I do the same thing. I'll
Yes.
go to mark it off the list, and if it's not there, I'm like, oh, well, where can I fit it in? Because this clearly has to be marked off the list.
You did it. So yes, put it on the list. So yes, I am. So this is the one I was using. This is as I said, this was actually a teacher planner that came from, I think it was Tool, and it was from the Office Depot. And I just customized it a little bit. And I like the disc-based planners. This is not a planner. I could use it as a planner, but I like the cover. This is my notebook. And I have a punch so that I can punch the page. You can make any size page fit in here. So those are the two that I was using for notes and for planning this year. And then I even have a little disc piece for my notes that goes in my purse.
Yeah,
And
it
then,
looks like the kind of notebook you pull out of a pocket and flip over
yeah,
for
like a reporter.
Yes.
That's what I got it. The other thing that I used this year, which is handy, and when I moved from being full-time in an office to working from home, I missed having a calendar on the wall, and I still haven't really. So I have this on my desk. So it is
Nice. Okay.
a little folder thing that goes there on the desk. So I can always see where I'm supposed to be at certain times for different calls or appointments. That. And then the other thing that I used this year was Trello. For planning, I love the Kanban style to move things around. And I made a, what do you call that? A time block Google calendar for myself to see how I want to use my time. And I turn that calendar on and off. I turn it on when I want to see if I'm using my time the way I planned on it. And then I off to use it because I have all my appointments and things are there I'm using Google Calendar. So those are the digital versions. What are you using, or what did you use this year?
Okay, so this year I have a stack on the side of my desk that whenever I sit down to do my planning and my journaling every day, this is a stack I go through. So I start out with, it's a Happy Planner, and it's kind of from morning pages. It's kind of morning pages-ish. I don't do it when I first get up, which is what morning pages you're supposed to do. Sometimes it happens at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I do sit down and just write out, because sometimes you think about something 50 gazillion times, and as soon as you write it down, it's gone, right?
Yeah.
So I literally just use it as oh my gosh, I can't get this out of my head. I need to write it down. So I do that. I use Clever Fox. So this is my Clever Fox from this year. And the thing I like about Clever Fox is that so they have, each week is set up like this. So you have all your days, all of your like things that have to get done, and then they have all your tracking on the other side, like what's important, what's not important, what did you learn this week, what can you improve on next week. And then at the end of every 3 months, I'm going to see if I can find a blank one, because y'all don't want to know what my mind map looks like. I can't find a blank one. Okay, so at the end of every month, they give you a month review, including the wheel where you can go through your finances, your friendships, your relationships, that kind of thing. And then every quarter, they give you a 3-month mind map. Set up your goals and then set up your mind map for the quarter. So that's what I like about this one, is that everything was like together. And so this is my second year using Clever Fox. It will not be used a third year. I'll get to that in a minute, because I found something. Now, Clever Fox came out with, I don't know if it's been on here before, but Clever Fox came out with this spiral that if you wanted to hang it, it's got one of those little hooky things. You can hang it, but it stays on my desk. And it's all of the things that I wanted to habit track. So you write them here and then you cross them out over here. And then the things that I wanted a weekly snapshot of, I put here. And then the monthly snapshot I put here. So for me, it was always, did I review my month? Over here, it was my weight every week, my miles every week, because Audrey and I are in a mile challenge right now.
And you're beating my pants off.
I think I'm going to win. So that's what I use this for. And actually this helps me, because I leave it on the top of the stack. This helps me when I first get up, if I see it, to remember, oh, today's the day I do this, or I need to make sure I do this, or whatever. So that has been very helpful. I have a 5-year journal, which I've showed you guys before, and it's where you fill in what happened that day, and it keeps track of it for 5 years. That's Sandy introducing herself. The RV door is open because it is too nice of a day for it to be closed. So y'all just gonna hear stuff today. So, but the other one I have is it's Hello Kitty. The Hello Kitty Erin Condren. And the way this one is that they have the month, you've got your month. Then you also have after it what your goals are for that month, and a little snapshot of what your month looked like. And then they've got each week is set up like this. So this is how I track my appointments when I just need a quick look at stuff, my appointments, my work schedule, the books that I've read, family birthdays, everything like that is in this calendar. So I don't have to remember that there was a birthday last week, actually 2 days ago, because on that day in the calendar, I have a birthday sticker. So I don't have to, I say, oh, somebody's birthday. Now I have 13 nieces and nephews. I know off the top of my head 3 of their birthdays, off the top of my head. And I don't know why these are the 3 I remember. This one I would have remembered because it's one of the 3. Oh, wait, there's 4 that I remember off the top of my head because 2 of them are holidays. Those 2 I remember. So, but the other thing that I think is fun with this calendar is I use little stickers, which Audrey laughs at me because I used to be like, oh my God, I hate stickers. And then all of a sudden I started using stickers and now I can't stop. And I realized, I don't think I've told you this, Audrey, I remembered that when I was a kid, I used to have a sticker book that I used to carry with me everywhere that had all my stickers in it. I had puffy stickers, I had fuzzy stickers, I had the snap scratch, but I literally had a sticker book. It was like a almost kind of like these kind of rings,
Mm-hmm.
sticker album that I used to carry with me everywhere when I was like in elementary school, literally. So I think my childhood's coming back.
Yeah, you're coming back over to the dark side, to the sticker side. Hey, before
Yeah.
you go to your new one. Hmm?
Oh, you want me to talk about a new one now?
No, no, not yet. Not
Okay.
yet.
I was gonna say it because that was it. That was all I was gonna say.
Well, I wanted to say I do have one clever fox that I use, and this
Oh,
one,
sweet the one.
a little one, it is for budgeting and tracking finances. So it just has, I'll go to a blank page here. It has your monthly review, and like how much your
Oh
income,
yeah.
your stuff. And then it has a place for you to track your expenses for the month. And then
I don't want to look at that right now.
and then when you start your new one, you can do a budget in here as well. Although I'm thinking about moving to a digital tracker. Actually, this has been so handy. I'll probably just get another one for next year. But I do have that planner, and that is handy. That's another clever fox. All right.
They've got some pretty cool stuff.
They do. They really do. And I have bought their planners that you buy one time and then it doesn't work for you. So you're probably never going to buy. I've bought a few other planners like that. Like, it was a great idea, but I didn't really use it. And I'd
Yeah.
probably use it if I bought it again. But then there are planners that I bought over and over because I like the way they were set up. And I like their theme, or just the Wilkie planner is one of those. I really like that one. I think I bought that 3 years in a row before I decided to go to this larger format. But let's move on to your new claim.
Okay, so I'm going to show the one that's going to go with me first.
Oh, I didn't know that was already.
Because no, remember I told you Randy was like, "That's not leaving the house, is it?"
Yeah.
It's so nice. This is what it is.
Tease.
Okay, so I discovered a company called Hubman and Chub Girl. And they make super cute notebooks and planners and stuff. So what I'm doing, because my main planner is very nice, is I will be setting up one of these every quarter. So every quarter I'll do all my main planning in the big one. And then for all of my my Kanban board type stuff, it's going to be what goes in here. So that when I go somewhere, I can take this with me. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's got exactly enough of what you need. So here's today. Those are my hours, couple of blocks. And the way they also have the setup so it's weekly. And then there's a page that is also, if I can find it, because this one doesn't have tabs. You got to add all the things that you want. Did I pass it? Yes. And then there's a monthly 2-day spread.
Okay.
So you set it up the way you want to set it up. And they have the cutest little stickers, the sticker packs that you can buy for the month. So that's October. And this one is September. So they have the monthly packs, and then they also, they're journaling packs, and then they have like a planner pack. And so this is the one for this last month. So I will be using their stuff because it's super fun and cute, and I can be a little whimsical. I don't care how old I am. I can be whimsical.
We can all be whimsical. Yes, whimsical is good.
So that's the planner that's going to go with me places. So like when I go to a coffee shop to work, of course, now that I'm going to have my ideal office, I don't know how much of a coffee shop I'm going to want to go to.
You're probably still going to want to get out
because Randy's going to want to probably get out. But we literally, when we planned the house we're building, when we planned it so that it has most of the things that we would want when we go somewhere. So like, we're not going to want to.
Nice. Very nice.
So we'll see how that works out. So my new planner.
Yes.
Okay. Is a Laurel Denise. Okay. And this is what it looks like.
So
and
nice.
It is baby but smooth. Got the coil. What? It is.
No, the great description. Yes.
Baby. You know,
Yes.
you could say like butter, but butter's like oily.
Yeah.
So it's
Soft on the
butter.
baby's
It's
bottom.
butter.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So baby butt smooth. Now I got the horizontal weekly. There's also a vertical edition. Okay. I got the horizontal weekly. It has these fabulous pockets that are very sturdy in the front and the back. Like the
Okay.
material is just fabulous. I also got the budget because my Erin Condren, this is how I keep track of mine. This one is bills and spending, and then this one is savings and debt. The only side that I will use is the bills and spending, and I'm the one who keeps up with our budget, so this is the side that I'll be using. And I also got extra added stuff that I'll explain when I get there. So it starts, the beginning is the whole year in advance. Okay, so you've got two pages of that, and it's got the month, goals, and things to remember. And then you get to the actual month. Now, this is the part this is why I chose this calendar. And I think it's going to be my calendar forevers. Unless it's not as fabulous as I think it's going to be. Okay. So the first side is the month. So you have the whole month out for you. And then this will be the 1st through the 7th here. Okay. When you open it all the way up, you have the 1st through the 7th. And then here is the days, and it's Monday. Yeah. Monday to Sunday. And then you have a little block. But then when you turn, because it's a half page, you turn it, you now get your second week, but your month is still there. So you can plan out your week and still be able to see your month, which I love.
Yeah.
I'm going to do is this is going to be all the appointment stuff, and this is going to be meal planning for me. Cool. This might also be garden stuff. Because we're making our property sustainable. So we're going to start growing all the things we eat. And our neighbor across the street will get eggs from her. So when you go to the end of the month, at the end of the month, there is a habit tracker. So you can keep track of whatever habits you want for the month. Now, at the end of the calendar, the end of the planner, there is a page that looks like this. And it's 4 blocks of things to keep track of, like ways I'm moving my body, books I'm reading, gratitude, happy moments. There's only 1 page of this for the whole year. That is not enough for me. Yeah. So I bought an extra insert that I have one of these at the end of each month. And they have plastic, so it doesn't rip. Nice. You can pull it out and in as much as you want. The other thing that I added every month was this page, because they again have this at the end of the month, which is not enough for me. And it's a project planner. She also has just a project planner calendar that can just project planning. But what I did is I got a packet, which is 12, one for each month. So each month I can track all of our projects, things that we're recording, books that we're reading, things like that. I can track all of that. Cool. Voiceover jobs, all that stuff. Now, without these extra inserts, which for me was this, and the one that talked about gratitude and books you're reading, at the end of that, each month is this page, which is dot grid section. And then over here is a to-do for the month. So when you're looking at it without the big insert, the project planner insert, you see this. You see your half page of my meal planning. Yep. You'll see about this much of your dots, and then you'll be for the month. I won't see that because I did the project planning thing. But that's how all of the months are set up. And the reason I like it is because I can see it all at one time. I see the whole month. I can see my days. I don't have to flip back and forth between stuff. And it's all right in one spot. And that is how it is all the way through. Every month is set up the same way. Now, if you did the vertical planner, the vertical is set up. This is the part that's different.
Really?
The horizontal, but the vertical, I forget exactly how it's set up, and it was not the way that my brain doesn't work that way. Like I didn't.
Okay.
So that's why I got the horizontal, because I liked that just the way that it had set up. Now at the end of the year, you have next year for planning ahead. So you have the whole 2025. And then you also have at the end yearly wins and yearly loss lessons.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
Yearly wins, yearly lessons, which is something that we talk about every week on our accountability call.
Mhm.
We call it wins and ways to improve. And then you've got grid paper and some dot grid paper. And then that last page
Mhm.
are those blocks that, what books you read and stuff like that. What I might do with that one is, out of all the books I read, here's my favorites, because I read 60 to 100 books a year, depending on my schedule. And yes, I count physical and audible. If it's going in my brain, I count it.
A book is a book.
Thank you. Some people do not agree, and I think they're crazy, but whatever, to each his own. So that is what I am doing this year, and I'm super excited about it.
For the upcoming year. I have not decided. Usually at this time, it's October. I'm starting to look at planners and make a decision and get them ordered in November so that they're here on January 1. And I'm leaning very, very heavily in that direction, and in the direction of the one that you've got there. So we will put a link to that planner and to some of the planners that we talked about in our show notes. And I think that's all for this. So,
but I forgot, this is super cute. So these two come with the planner. One of them is a straight edge and has measurements, and the other one's a scallop edge. And here's the funny part. This one says, "You are here." Can you see it? Hang on.
just barely.
Barely. Okay. It says "You are here." Trust me. It says "You are here."
Okay, yeah, I saw it better when you held it up to the light there. Right there.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So this one says "You are here too."
That's cute.
I love it. But I love the fact that I can, because you know how sometimes you have multiple places in your planner that you want to be? Well, this one.
I love that. That's why I think that planner might be the one for me. I just
Now,
don't
I will say it's a
mind
little on the costly side. And I think it's going to be worth every penny.
Cool beans. Well, we are going to wrap up this episode. And you guys like and subscribe, because we will be coming back with more episodes, and we will talk about books we're going to review in the next year, and have a way for you to suggest writing craft books for us to talk about.
Yep.
And a list of ones we've already talked about. And of course, just check us out on YouTube, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.